2010 Hyundai Sonata. I'm leaking fluid through the transmission output shaft on the right side. That's what it looks like. Okay, that's where the CV axle goes in. Now, if you want to see how I changed the axle before, look up in the corner and you'll see the link to that. So I'm already past that, so you can see how I took that out. But on that video, I took out the brakes, and guess what? Doing it again, you don't need to take out the brakes. All you need to do is take out these two bolts that separate the ball joint. It's not even the pressurized ball joint, it's just the one that holds it. So all I did was remove that. That gave me enough room to get the transaxle out, right? So now we got to get the seal in, and so you can see that it goes in like a little pressurized. We got to get underneath there with a screwdriver. So let's go. All right, so there's the seal. I'm trying to put some light on it so that should be enough light. Now you see that I've moved the screwdriver, and basically I'm gonna need a hammer and just hammer around the sides until, see how it wants to pop out. There it goes. Cool. All right, that's what's leaking, and it was leaking from the transaxle, as you can see. So we'll pop the new one in, and we should be good to go. All right, so remember, this just goes in. It's just pressure, right? And basically, we're just gonna hammer around, and might have to get my small hammer. I was gonna get my mallet, but this piece, it actually comes off. So might get the small hammer and we're gonna tap it all the way around. They do sell this piece that goes on the outside, and then you get a mallet and you hammer it in. I know they rent it at AutoZone, but we'll see. Let me see how easy this goes in or not. So, nice and easy. It looks like it wants to go in. Oh. So, just using an extension, and like I said, just hammering around. And it's looking, yeah, might have to get that tool. Yeah, because it, yeah. All right, well, I borrowed this tool from AutoZone. It's a ball joint press, but the only reason I have it is because this mimics the tool that you need, and it fits perfectly so that you don't damage it. And we're going to use good old Betsy here to hammer it in. That other way it just kept popping out. So anyway, there's a special tool it calls for, but all you need to do is find one that fits. Let's get underneath and see how it goes. All right. Except I'm not at a good angle. Oh. Nope, still sticking out here. See if I can turn around all kinds of crazy. Yeah. Need to hit it straight on. Nope.
Alright, so I'm not gonna lie to you, I got the wrong angle and everything's wrong. I can't get in there, all kinds of craziness. But guess what? I got it to sit down, so now I'm just gonna hammer it all the way around. Maybe, and it feels good. So actually I might come in now with the small hammer and the extension and just hammer it in nice and tight because it's already in. So anyway, this something round hammered in and something a mallet, but it wasn't easy, it wasn't pretty, but it's in. It'll do the job. All right, so remember I said minimal things to put in. Now you see this ring? Whenever you want to put it in, it's going to be in that bottom position and it won't let you push it in, right? So the trick is use some grease, put it around the ring, and what happens is once you get it in there, the ring would, see how it's staying up? Well, you just got to get it in the right angle and it'll go right in. So just some grease around the ring so that it doesn't move as much. All right, now all we do is move that to the side and get it in. And remember, we didn't take anything out. So, I mean, these two bolts. All right, now let's get underneath, see if we can't not use a hammer and just push it in. So, there it is. Let's get it in there. And then all we gotta do is alright, let's turn it a little bit. Keep messing with it. Push it from both sides. There. All the way in. Nice and easy. Okay. Alright, so this side, I put these bolts here so I wouldn't lose them. There's one. Okay, there's two. Now, so the trick is getting it in there, right? All right. See, here it is. Didn't have to take anything out. And we'll torque these down to the exact torque that we need. But these go right over here. All right, there's one. And the other one, I can't really see it, but I can feel it. But you get the gist. See, and you didn't have to mess with. Okay, then we put the washer, lock washer, and we're gonna put this one on, and then we're gonna torque it down to spec. All right, but it already looks pretty good there. So torque that down, torque those two, and that's it. It really is that simple. I think the other video I took all this off, you know, because that's normally what you do. So, all right, let's go find those spec specifications. All right, the ones on the bottom are 72 to 86 foot-pounds. So let me get my torque adapter, which I love. And 72 to 86 is quite a range. I don't know. Let's do 82.7 for no good reason. 17 millimeter breaker bar. I probably don't need the breaker bar, but all right, let's get underneath it. All right, I had to lower this because I got to get the other tire on the ground. So let's go to. I want to move a little bit. Okay, Is my beeper off or whatever? Because I hit... Let me... nope. Oh. Okay, let's go back to 82. I'm messing with all these here. And I'm in foot-pounds and 82.6, all right. And I want trace. All right, let's try this again. I should hear it beep unless I got some kind of crazy setting. And hard to see, so I'm feeling it. All right. All right. Looks like I got all the way up to 85. Same thing on the other side. It's a big feel here. All right, here I go. All right, let me go over here so you can see, it. Once the tire's not all the way on the ground. All right, got to 85. Yep, 85, 89. Okay, bottom two are in. Let's do this bad boy. But all right, this one is 159 to 188. It's 160 to 190. So what about 172? Oh, yeah, 170. Let's go 175. All right, and I had to bring in the big gun for this guy. 32. We're going to 177, right? There's 80. Getting close, but see, that's where the pin goes, so that's where we're headed. Uh-oh, my tire's spinning on the other side. I'm gonna have to bring it down some more. Now let's see if I can get to... There it goes. 175, but I still need to move it over. Another half a turn, quarter of it. Like an eighth of a turn. Oh, a little more. Tad more. Yes. That's about it. Got to about 200. But that should be good enough. Let's hammer it in. All right, that took a while. Well, that should be good enough, but I'm gonna get this other side down. All right. All right, let's keep going. All right, enough's enough. That's not coming out. All right, anyway, all right, that's it. Okay, anyway, That's it. Please like and subscribe if you like the video. Every little bit helps. And again, I'll put it up in the on the right hand side up in the screen. You should see a link. That link is to where I take it out, and actually I just changed the CV axle, but this time I had to change the seal. Sometimes those seals go bad. So anyway, time to fill it up with transmission fluid. Don't forget to fill it up with transmission fluid. Get it to the right level, and looks like we're good to go for a while. Have a great rest of your day.